Greetings once again, my friends. Welcome back to yet another vlog for Blizzcon 2017. And I feel bad. The first day is pretty much gonna be construed as negative. I tried to give you guys at least the hype train that I had going into the opening ceremony. I think that should be enough, but then I kind of ended on the Warcraft announcement, and then I went right into why Diablo and Destiny 2 should have been at BlizzCon 2017, and I don't understand why they weren't. And it doesn't get any better here, because now we're actually starting into the games, and I'm going to start with what I think got the shortest amount of coverage, and I don't understand why, and that was my favorite, the game that brought me into being a Blizzard fan. Well, not this game specifically, but Starcraft 2. Now, the last couple of years, there really hasn't been too much to announce. Legacy of the Void was an amazing expansion to be able to kind of cap off the series, and then we had Nova Covert Ops, which was meh. I know that some people liked it. I'm meh on the whole thing. Even after thinking about it a year later, and I think I've even done the first part again, it doesn't motivate me to go and play the rest. Then we had last year where we got the partnership with AI and also got to be able to get more co-op commanders, which I know that a lot of StarCraft fans like, and frankly, I understand why you do. My only issue with it is that the co-op campaigns are not necessarily what I want. I want strict single-player content, even if that means I have to go deal with Nova Covert Ops 2.0. I'm at least willing to do that and willing to go through it. But the co-op commanders, I'm torn, because here's the thing. I don't really know too many people that play StarCraft 2, and therefore, since it's bound to two people and I don't want to randomize it, I just am not really motivated to do it. And unfortunately, the biggest announcement at StarCraft 2 was the announcement of the co-op commanders, Mira Han and Matt Horner. So basically putting them together, since they are technically married, and giving their units kind of a Mad Max feel, more feeling towards how Mira Han kind of operates, not really how Matt Horner does. Where Matt Horner is kind of prim and proper, Mira Han is very Mad Max. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with how they look. I've never had a problem with how the co-op commander skins look for the units. I just, the problem that I've always had with it is, again, I am pretty much the only person that I know of that plays StarCraft anymore, and they're bound to two-player. So I can't really find a friend to go and play with it, and I don't really want to randomize it. That's disappointing to me. So while it looks cool, I'm not really all that interested in it, especially also since the story that they try to tell, Blizzard has pretty much confirmed here and there that it isn't necessarily canon. And I'd like to go into the canon stories, which goes into the next big disappointment. That story is only going to be happening, and I have a feeling this is going to be a pattern for the next couple of years, and it really shouldn't be. That story for StarCraft 2 is going to be in comic form. And I've read a couple of the comics. I'm not saying they're bad, okay? But I want an actual story campaign, not a comic book. I want to be able to go on a couple of missions. I'm not saying you need to go out and make a full 20-mission campaign again. I'm saying do something along the lines of Nova Covert Ops. Give us a couple of missions here and there, and just let us kind of unlock the story as we go. I don't see an issue with that, but unfortunately, the StarCraft 2 team, they even openly admitted on the stage, their goal is more towards versus and co-op than it is towards single player. And it's painfully obvious. So unfortunately, I wish I could say I had good things to say about the StarCraft 2 panels, but I really don't. I think Mira, I don't have a problem with Mira and Matt. They look fine. But I was hoping to at least get some kind of a single player announcement. We didn't really get any. We know that the team is basically going off into another direction. And we also know that they didn't really have a clear direction in mind, because they had to, granted, this is something that happened throughout all of BlizzCon, and it was kind of annoying. They had to bring out a PR guy with the panel to kind of keep the panel going. And I've never felt like Blizzard employees have that issue, trying to keep a panel going. And instead, this year, they said, nope, you have that problem. I don't know if this was an executive choice. I don't know. But I felt like it actually hurt that panel a little bit. And yeah, I wish I had better things to say, but I really don't see anything major coming out of StarCraft 2 for at least a couple of years. Maybe if we get StarCraft 3, I think mainly to those who wanted single player, you got StarCraft Remastered, which is fine, but I don't really think that the story in StarCraft 2 is going anywhere anytime soon, aside from comic form, which I'll pass, thanks. But that's going to go ahead and do it for my video of StarCraft 2. I'm sorry that I'm coming off as way disappointing and depressing, but I promise tomorrow's videos will start off being a little bit more positive as we go into some of the things I think were improvements, starting with Heroes of the Storm. We'll see you then.